Okay, we're having a discussion, and we've come to the, some reference points. In one of your points was, fitting God in gaps. Reasonable, yeah, fitting God in gaps. Um, he's still in the same gap, the gap of creating something out of nothing. You could say, oh, it's Spider-Man. You could say, it's something else other than Spider-Man, but then you'd be stuck. Spider-Man appears to have a certain amount of power, but does he have enough power? Does Spider-Man present himself as able to create, or does he just have capabilities that have already been demonstrated that do not include the creation of something out of nothing? So it is a gap, there's no doubt, and it's a gap that's been around for thousands of years, and no one's been able to fill it other than with some sort of creator. Now let's say the sun, the heavenly body, the sun, in our solar system. Let's say that's the creator. Well, do we have a full understanding of the sun? We don't. We don't have a full understanding of the sun. It doesn't appear to create, doesn't appear to have any influence on the stars, the other stars, but you could argue that the sun is, that would be a starting point. But you see, you've already crossed over the threshold of atheist. You've already crossed the line. You're believing in a creator. Call him Spider-Man, call it the sun, call it the rain, call it something, call it the air. But then again, if it's whatever it is, it either has demonstrated its creation ability, or it has not demonstrated anything, and you're just figuring that it must have it. Something must have this creation ability. I think you've crossed the line. I think you've nullified atheism as a belief system, just by virtue of saying there's something in that gap, and that could be Spider-Man. Now, if you had said there's a gap, and you're using this gap idea, but held to the notion that you can't prove what's in that gap, there's something in that gap, though. There has to be something. Something. You seem to have acknowledged that the matter that exists in the universe got there somehow. You seem to have acknowledged that. If you had just said it's always been here, matter has always been here, the deck keeps reshuffling itself, but it's just not logical. It's just not logical that dead empty space is logical. Stuff is not logical. And I don't know if you're willing to accept that, but I'm going to lay that on you. Let's see. I want to move along here. The logic of evolution it's just a reference point. I'd argue against that logic. I'm not saying it's a logical argument. I'm saying if you want to stick to evolution, I'd argue against it. There are good arguments against evolution. Atheists in a society of Christocracy. That's the remaining question that I didn't answer. Everybody born, according to Christianity, is an unbeliever. So the fact that someone is, let's say, a 40-year-old atheist, it's not shocking. No crime has been committed. But if you wanted to open up a school for atheists, that would be, and advertise it, that would be illegal. Because now you're drawing strangers in. If you invite someone into your house and you're telling them about your belief system, that's fine. But if you want to go on TV or the radio or in a magazine and advertise how to advance your your uh, your knowledge through atheism, that would have to be illegal. Um, I think I think you could live with that. We live with a lot of things we can't do. If someone says, "Oh, I want to, uh, sell a certain drug," you can't do it. It's illegal right now. So we live within some framework of acceptable behavior and unacceptable behavior. If you want to talk about atheism, no one's going to stop you. If you claim to be an atheist, well, you're just another heathen. You're just another person who doesn't believe. But it doesn't mean you're not loved. It doesn't mean people aren't going to try to, uh, you know, dissuade you from a risky position. And that now it gets me to my last point. There's such a thing as risk management. Imagine risk management. There is time. In this skin, we have a certain amount of time. Beyond the time that we have in the flesh, there's an eternity. Atheism affords you nothing beyond the flesh, as far as I know, even in your own belief system. Whereas Christianity offers an eternity with God, with the Creator, the very Creator that fits into the gap. I'll stop at that point. All right, super. See you again.